Now let's plan a trip, say to Goa. Yay, Goa! And to get there, there are a lot of options to choose from. And of course, flying will be a first option. Or maybe a road trip with your friends. Or to make things as simple as ABC, why not just walk it? It's just 749 kilometers in 153 hours. Yeah, work those calves, man. But have you ever considered rail? Oh, please. I can just sense your minds displaying pictures of stinky toilets and an old grandmother screaming, a rat, a cockroach. Seriously, guys, we don't live in that era anymore where a train journey can only be a dream. It's now a reality, or at least on its way here. Trains are an emotion, a unicorn, so to speak. Just think about it. Don't they do all the navigating for you? All the confusing GPS directions that lead to relationship endangering arguments, whether to take a left or a right, or up or down in a bypass, all to the trash. Just stick to the two metal rails, that's it. No nakra. Fortunately, you don't have to land at an airport that's almost in another town that would require you to come in a costly Uber ride to the city center. And as an added bonus, you also get all the fancy hotels, restaurants, and points of interest in a very short radius away. Now, speaking of unicorns and magic, imagine you're sleeping in the comfy bedding with the cradle-like effect created by all the bouncing about. All of this adds up to a perfect space to snooze. I mean it. It's the only place where I actually get enough sleep that I sleep like a baby. No matter what's going on, what's around me, what I'm thinking about, whether I'm dumb, I'm sick, whatever. Lights off, and the next thing I know, my train is pulling onto the platform. Convenient, right? It also saves the wasteful amount of money I would have spent on an overnight hotel just because of an untimely flight connection. Which reminds me, do you guys face an extra hassle when you have to fit all that you want to carry into such a tiny limit that you might have to carry only half a toothbrush or just one flip-flop or maybe even a headless teddy? Come on, guys. Who needs all of this when you can carry large amounts of luggage with almost no restrictions? Traveling by train is often like watching National Geographic on a big window, except the experience is real and just before your eyes. You can visually taste the artistic view of our countryside. This by itself makes it a pleasant vacation. When you're done playing a game of I Spy and sighted lot of magnificent sights, and you can connect very well with your friends and family. Did you know studies conducted by the University of East Anglia in the UK have concluded that if a person drives 10 kilometers or more on a day, it can take a severe toll on his or her body. As cliche as it sounds, it also leads to an increased level in anxiety, decline in life satisfaction, and in extreme cases, this can lead to varied levels in blood sugar or cholesterol. You must take notice that this does not apply to everybody, but to certain individuals. People who take public transportation find it more comfortable and convenient and also productive, thanks to the ability of mobile connectivity and Wi-Fi, which allows them to make phone calls or work or even the email that they missed from their manager 2 weeks ago. The train beats all other forms of transport based on its comfort level. Freedom which you'll not get anywhere else. That is, to move about as much as you wish. There is no rude stewardess to ask you why you're going. There is also the luxury to eat from your own menu. It can be your idli and chutney from your grandmother or a last minute Swiggy order. Or it can also be a hot samosa from the chai wala on the platform. The comfort isn't just during the journey, but also before it. There is absolutely no necessity for you to be there 2 hours before departure, as in flights, or a check-in gate. You can just be there 10 minutes before and it's absolutely fine. Or, like just how Meenamma did, right on time is perfect. But maybe, under unfortunate circumstances, your train leaves you at the platform. What do? Do you self-abuse? Do you pity yourself? Or do you just look into the departures information? I would suggest you to do the latter, as trains are very flexible and provide frequent services to most destinations. If you've listened me until now patiently, you might have noticed that trains are one of my favorite passions. But there also happens to be one more, or better, a life goal that I should serve back to the community that I live in and to protect the ever so fragile environment. Trains solve both. Trains are 75% more greener than flights and are evidently greener than the swarms of cars that go on our highways. Above all, trains have that charm that enticed me in the first place. But even then, rail travel is one of the most underrated forms of long distance travel. Of course, flying has its own ups and downs, and road trips can easily go amiss. But rail travel, under most circumstances, is frustration free. Of course, trains can't get you everywhere. They can't swim through oceans, or many remote places don't have access. But for traveling from places that have feasible railway connections, I think trains are great. So ditch your car keys and boarding passes. Your mind and your wallet will thank you.